Welcome to Rappler Talk. I'm Ezra Faraz. Joining me today is Evan Tan, the Regional Director of Southeast Asia for Freelancer.com. Thank you for joining us today, Evan.
Thank you for having me here.
So what is the biggest problem or issue facing Filipino freelancers today?
I think aside from the taxes and benefits, which I'm sure a lot of freelancers worry about, is that one of the biggest challenges that freelancers face is that, will I get paid at the end of the project?
So how common of a problem is this, freelancers rendering a service and not getting paid?
I think it's very common. I actually have a friend, she's a writer. She consulted for this agency, and the agency, she delivered around 20,000 worth of work, and the agency ended up not paying her. Like, it took her months following up, and then she eventually just quit. She posted a Facebook status update, which was very passive aggressive, but aside from that, like, didn't really do anything.
So other than posting on Facebook, she generally has no recourse?
Yeah, well, you can go to a small claims court, but then again, like, that will take time, effort, and money, and for a freelancer, you don't have that. Like, time is money for you, instead of like pushing through and like looking for a lawyer and basically going to hearings and everything. Like, you don't have time for that. So it's kind of like a deterrent as well for freelancers. You have a legal course of action, but then again, would you actually opt for that legal course of action when you can work on the next project and earn more money?
What is it about the system that makes freelancers as a group so vulnerable to not being paid by the people who hire them?
I think it's more of like a lot of employers think that if you're a freelancer, you're not exactly a professional. It's really the view of a lot of employers here in the Philippines that if you're a freelancer, you're basically in between jobs, or you're not competent enough to actually be in a multinational or a company, basically. So it also kind of like makes the freelancer feel less powerful as a professional, and basically it's a vicious cycle like that.
So that sort of view makes the freelancers prone to abuse from the employers and makes them less likely to stand up for themselves?
Yes, I think that is the case.
How are you trying to address the problem as Freelancer.com?
So we have a feature called the Milestone payment system. It's an escrow-like system where the freelancer can request the employer to enter into that agreement, and then basically the employer has to deposit the money before the freelancer starts on the project. The employer cannot withdraw the money unless the freelancer like returns the money back to the employer. At the same time, after the end of the project, the money is released if the employer is happy. So it protects both parties, the employer and the freelancer as well.
What do you say to someone who might say that that system is prone to abuse? The employer can say that the work was not done, while the freelancer can say that the work was done.
Well, on our website, we have what we call the disputes resolution service, wherein an employer can go to that service and basically question if the project wasn't exactly up to par with what he was expecting. At the same time, the freelancer can also enter into that service and say that, hey, I delivered the project really well, and it's only fair that I get paid for it. So there's a protection that we offer both freelancers and employers on the site.
So how thorough is this mediation process that you go through when you're reviewing what the freelancer said versus what the employer said?
We encourage the freelancers to actually only transact on the platform, because we have to review all the histories. Like, basically, like, we have to review like the file that was uploaded. We have to review the conversations that they had, and if they do it outside of the platform, we have no way of actually tracking the system. The conversation. So we encourage the freelancer and the employer to do it on the platform, so we would be able to basically review the history if ever such a thing happens.
I understand you recently launched a platform called Local Jobs, which allows freelancers to find location-specific jobs. How do you protect those freelancers who go out into the real world after finding jobs on the Freelancer.com platform?
Well, the same system, the same feature, the same milestone payment system is also available for those kinds of jobs. Even if it's done offline, basically, you can still enter into that agreement with the employer.
So what kinds of jobs can people find through Local Jobs?
Basically anything that you can do offline. So right now, like before rather, most of the jobs that are being done on Freelancer.com are online, but now that we offer the Local Jobs, you can find a freelancer, or you can find an employer who is looking for a freelancer to do a project on, like, basically, like, if you do photography, or like if you're an electrician, or you do events management, you can avail of the Local Jobs system, Local Jobs feature, and get jobs, and as well as offer jobs.
So if I'm a freelancer, for example, a photographer, what is the advantage of going through the local jobs platform versus just going out into the community and trying to pitch my services face-to-face to potential clients?
Again, we offer the same safety and security that we offered before for online jobs, but now on offline setting. So it's the same thing. Like you have an escrow-like system wherein you are assured to get paid at the end of the project.
So even if you're protecting freelancers, what do you say to someone who might say that you're trying to protect something inherently unstable? You're promoting people having short-term work and not full-time stable employment.
That's a very valid question. Again, at the end of the day, we do not wish to replace full-time work. This is a way to augment full-time work. And yeah, basically, if a freelancer, a professional actually wants to like pursue a different path, by all means, go to our platform and look for jobs. If it's an opportunity that's not currently being offered to you on in your job, like you can go to our platform and actually look for opportunities that you wish to take.
So most Filipinos who use Freelancer.com use it as a supplement to the employment that they already have?
Yes, and especially now, our generation, basically the millennials, like they're looking for different opportunities and different paths to take. Like you don't want to like basically let your employer take the lead. You want to be empowered that way as a professional.
What other steps are you taking to try to professionalize the freelancing industry in the Philippines?
Like we do a lot of workshops, seminars to just level up the skills of the freelancers, and at the same time we partner with different organizations. We partner with DOST, spreading freelancing across the country. We do that through the Rural Impact Sourcing Workshop, and we also have partnered with TESDA for the eTESDA program, wherein like freelancers can take online courses and basically learn more about freelancing. At the same time, just promoting freelancing here in the country. Again, at the end of the day, like if we keep on talking about freelancing and just make people understand that it's not because like you're not competent enough to get in a company, and it's not because you're just in between jobs, but because you want to take you want to be empowered as a professional and look for opportunities out there. It's really what freelancing is all about.
Can you give some examples of what these workshops try to teach the freelancers to empower them?
Actually, this afternoon we're gonna have like a digital marketing workshop wherein we want to. There are a lot of digital marketing jobs out there online, and we want Filipino freelancers to basically learn how to get those jobs and how to be the best digital marketer out there. So a lot of these workshops concentrate on particular jobs that are available online, but at the same time also just encouraging them to be more empowered, more brave enough to take on certain projects online, and at the same time like develop their personalities to face the challenges of freelancing.
Why would you encourage more Filipinos to consider the world of freelancing, whether it be offline or online?
Again, as I said, it's one way to empower you as a professional. I mean, we cannot expect just our employers to give the opportunities that they might not already have in their companies. So again, like it empowers you to take your career path to the next level. Like if you want to take another path, at the same time, like if you want to level up your skills, like freelancing is the way to go.
Can you give an example of a Freelancer.com user who used the platform to really grow their career?
We have actually an architect. She used to work for a big mall. She was saying that, well, again, the whole industry is basically male-dominated, and she felt that she was not being encouraged, like developed as an architect. She wanted to design her own work. She didn't just want to be dictated for. Basically, she didn't just want to be like an 8-to-5 employee. So she decided to become a freelancer, and now she lives in Nueva Ecija, if I remember correctly, and she's a full-time freelancer now.
What pieces of advice do you have for Filipinos interested in freelancing, whether it be online or offline?
Protect yourself and basically trust yourself. If you do not believe in your credibility, like basically you're not gonna get. I mean, you have to trust in yourself and believe that you're able to deliver the work really well as a consultant. It's not an employment setup. By that I mean that you are actually a consultant. Like the employer is hiring you not to become an 8-to-5 worker, but like they want to take something from you because you're an expert on that.
Thank you for joining us today, Evan. I've been speaking with Evan Tan, the Regional Director for Southeast Asia of online jobs platform Freelancer.com. I'm Ezra Faraz, and thank you for joining Rappler Talk.